His best performance at 145, back when the fights were so quick, we've got to watch him in slow-mo to appreciate him. Look how long his stance is, that's going to allow him to step that back leg in and use that hook kick and cover a lot of distance. It's quite difficult in the closed stance, same stance matchup using the lead, because Dustin Poirier's right shoulder is in the way. It's very easy for him to place that leg on Dustin Poirier's shoulder and to get bowled over. He's using a little feint, feints back, and he recognises because Poirier is circling past his lead shoulder, he's going to spin kick. That was McGregor's answer to people getting past his lead shoulder. It was that spin kick. Here, they fire the kicks at the same time and he gets kicked off balance, and Poirier kind of lunges forward. Because his Poirier's stance wasn't under him, it was kind of an arm punch whilst walking. There's a low kick and it's not a clean check, but he still manages to return. Even though it doesn't land, McGregor returning still puts something there. He doesn't get those low kicks for free. There was a nice clean left straight, kind of vertical fisted, in between Poirier's right hook. Here, he feints up. He's just making it tricky. He doesn't look up, he doesn't look down, he doesn't give him any tells. He feints low and then goes high. Even though it catches on the arm, it can put Poirier off circling that way. There's a big lunging shot by Poirier, and there's just a touch off the right hand by McGregor, just checking him there. He wasn't in a stance to get a full counter, but he still checks him. Here, very important thing that I want you to know. He goes 1-2, his classic lead uppercut into left straight, but Poirier hits a classic block, just a high forearm block. McGregor's not going to do this 3 times. So Poirier return with a leg kick, and they're moving around here. McGregor uses that right hand to corral him into the left hook to the body. You see his Poirier started to guard, so he's already looking for different ways to get around that guard. He's not going to just keep spamming left straights even though he's guarding. So one thing he did was he hit the body with a left hook. That's liver side. A little spin, but he kind of didn't fully commit. He felt the distance was off, but Poirier still gave a big reaction to it. So even though it didn't land, even though there wasn't a full strike, it's winning space for McGregor. There's that 1-2 again, or lead uppercut, lead screw shot into left straight, and Poirier blocked again. So he's not going to do the same thing 3 times. He's going to make that change. They're bouncing, using long range, and there's that left spin kick to the body. It's more open in this fight, and we see him use it a lot in this fight, especially because it's close stance. It lines up to the open side of Poirier's body. Sometimes we see it a bit more difficult to land in that close stance fight when McGregor's fighting another orthodox fight. If we saw Anderson Silva's fights, he'd always bust out that left spinning kick to the body in this southpaw-southpaw matchup. Little head feints here, and McGregor's kind of walking forward. Clubs on the temple and pulls back. Poirier's guard was a lot more rudimentary at this point, so he uses that one high guard to shell and tries to flee. That's more of his base defense. He didn't have the hillbilly shoulder roll yet. Now McGregor starts to look for more ways to get around that guard. He hits a hook, doesn't land clean, and now he's going to the body. Here, this kind of set the scene for Poirier finishing McGregor in the second fight, is going first and third. Poirier didn't even realise he was doing it at that point, but McGregor, because he's a bit lean forward on the counter, is lean forward, and then he gets caught on the way back. I'll put that back just a little bit. So, McGregor leans forward as he looks for that left hand, and then he gets caught on the counter. Here we're going back to this point where there's that clubbing shot on the temple and that uppercut just misses through. The kind of thing about McGregor having a bit of lean forward is he can get back to avoid that uppercut, but he's covering distance here, and he hits that left hook. He thinks he's just going to get around the guard just a little bit more here by going low, but because he's overextended, he eats that counter shot on that third phase for Poirier. So, here's a big shot that lands against McGregor here. Both simultaneous, because McGregor just lunges in. It wasn't really set up with any feints, and it's a testament to the 145 chin on McGregor. His chin at 145 was very Giga Chad, especially in the Mendes fight, funnily enough, against Chad. There's another little jab. He's just corralling space, confident. We saw really good cagecraft principles of Conor McGregor. He uses that left hand when he moves out when Poirier moves out to his right, and he uses that left spinning kick when Poirier moves out past his lead shoulder. Just corralling space. Another little confidence thing of just being able to walk down. Not a huge amount of feints, little movements and little tells. But see how his back foot's always sprung up, so he's got that counter there when he needs it. Moving forward. And again, spin kick. This time he goes hook kick to the head. Again, he's done 2 spinning kick to the body, 3 spinning kick to the body. Good chance to change levels. Good time to change levels. Poirier's looking for that inside low kick just to get his stance back, because Poirier's a bit nervous here. He's overthrown himself, and he's using that inside low kick to get his stance back. Now here, we're going to see McGregor's attempts to get around the guard come to fruition. Double jab, bit of better entry than what he had been doing. Double jab into that left hook, and it kind of hit with the door knockers of the knuckle against the temple. Really solid shots there. So here's the finish again. He uses the double jab to cover distance a bit more this time, instead of going naked into just a 1-2. Gets Poirier covering, and then he hits with a left hook that hits more on the equilibrium, more on the temple. Equilibrium? I'm turning T to T's. But, yeah. I think in an interview afterwards, McGregor said that the left uppercut would have been a better shot. And it probably would have been the cleaner, more concussive knockout shot, but it did its job.